Hello everyone, and welcome to a camp build video. Today we're doing quite a lowish level camp build. I do have this character who is level 32 and he's just called Merchant. Because what I'm going to be doing here is building just a small little merchant's hut for just easy early game sales and stuff. And the location we have chosen is right here by the Overseer's camp. I had a level 9 literally run through as I was setting up this, and you see there's a ton of people around here as well. This is one of the many nice locations, as you can see there's quite a few. Oh, that person. c.a.m.p, that's probably another YouTuber. They've just got themselves a shout out on the channel. Hi there c.a.m.p, I have no idea who you are. I might check out your channel after if I remember. Let me know in the comments what's that person's channel like. But yes, we're going to be building right here by the Overseer's camp, because everyone will have this location unlocked. You go to Flatwoods, naturally. You go to the Overseer's camp, naturally. Everyone will have been to this location. It's real close to Vault 76. It's a nice place to go. It's actually the place Kado has or had his camp. So I know it's a decent location for getting some sales. It might not be the best. If you have any suggestions, do feel free to leave them in the comments. But for a starter, it's pretty decent. And I figure, yeah, you know what actually? I think, because we're not going to be close enough to water, so if we get it from both sides, and we pop our little camp on this truck, that'll do. There we go. Costs us 26 caps, but I've got plenty because I am a merchant build. And the first thing I'm actually going to do is build a bunch of food, because a whole bunch of it is about to break down. And having just food you can plant is incredibly helpful for various recipes. So I'm just going to plant all this, and then carry on with the build after. Because, worst case scenario, I just plant all this, store it, and then plant it again afterwards. Which is not the end of the world, really. It just means it's not going to spoil whilst it's in my inventory, because it is all close to spoiling. Ooh, I said I was going to plant all this. I appear to only have 6 fertilizer. So, I guess I'm going to plant my potato plants, because they're the ones I have the lowest amount of. But, wow, yeah, apparently I'm really low on fertilizer, despite having picked up some earlier. So we might even have to go out for some of that, because, yep, now I've only got stored stuff. That's a bit of a pain, but that's something we can come to later. And obviously with any little, where's the resources? There we are. Yeah, any place like this, first thing you want to do is put out any resource extractors you've got. In this case, we've got a concrete extractor. Not really a bad thing to have, so let's pop that down and let's power it up. And I've got, yeah, I can only build 2 medium generators apparently, or, oh no, that's how many I have already, sorry. Because, yeah, I do have some stored away from my previous camp. So I connect those 2 up. Connect that to that. I'm pretty sure I just heard a super mutant. Which makes me think Graham might be kicking about. That, or I've started hallucinating, which is very possible. Now, with that powered up, we want to start on actually building ourselves a little foundation. And I figure what we'll go for here is something passing through the middle of a road. Just a nice little open thing where people can obviously see it and tell what's going on. So here we have our little base, just some concrete foundation going all the way across the road and a little to either side, with some foundation stairs going up as well, to make it nice and easy for people to get up. Now the general theme I'm going with here is kind of an arch, so maybe a small room this side, then a gap of 1 where people walk through, then a small room this side as well. So I'm just going to play around with walls for a bit and see what I can do. As this is a low-level character, I don't have... Yeah, I've got 2 types of walls unlocked. I have these steel ones, or I have the basic wooden ones. The steel would actually be a bit cheaper for me, but it really doesn't matter too much. I think I'm going to go with wood, because I feel it's more friendly. And for a little early merchant thing where you want to be enticing people to show up, having a building look friendly isn't a bad shout. So here we have our basic outline as well. I've also decided to do alternating windows and non-windows for the top part at least. Then there's a few doors in this way. I'm actually going to get rid of these... Oh wait, I'm outside of the build area. Get rid of these stairs here. I'm going to store them for now, just because I'm paranoid I might need them. I will need to get rid of some of the stuff I've got stored already. But there's 3 different entrances you can go up. Only 1 exit though. So I'm thinking if people go up either of these sides, I'll want a couple of vending machines here and a couple of vending machines there. So they have to walk to them. And it's only if they go directly in the middle that they will walk straight through. And even then, I might be able to do something to get their attention. But I think from here, we can start building the interior. And the most important thing will be vending machines, which, like I've already mentioned, I'm going to put 2 either side, and they are here, vendors. So I'm actually going to build them right now, just so I've got them here. Because if you're going to be a merchant, you're going to want to be selling a bunch of stuff. And I didn't build these before when I had my first camp, because I built this character over a double XP weekend. So it was all just the XP grind. And you can build 4 of those, and not recent. Why would you go to recent? And then the option goes away entirely. So we'll build those up. Those will also, once powered, change this logo onto that logo, where it actually shows you as selling stuff. But until I've got anything there, we won't need to worry about that. First off, let's make this place even more enticing to go to. So I've now fixed the problem of someone walking straight through by adding in a little stairway right directly after you come in. So you go in, you either go up the stairs, or you go around, in which case you won't be able to help but notice the vending machines, or you go up this way and the vending machines are right there. So whenever anyone comes in, you're having their path flow either be straightforward, where they notice vending machines and consider buying stuff, or they walk in the middle and either run straight upstairs, in which case they have to run back down and go around anyway, or they go around and they'll be looking at the vending machines either way. You'd think that I'd maybe worked in retail for multiple years before being a YouTuber, but yeah, I actually picked something up, so we're getting the flow of the customer flow to be in sync with our vending machines. Either way, we're going to find something here. And now I think I'm going to actually work a little bit on the upstairs, because something really good you'll want to do is just have a camp with all of the necessities. Wow, I kept wanting to say accessories, which is not what I'm after. But yes, all of this stuff here. So cooking station, armor workbench, weapons workbench, tinkerer's workbench, chemistry station, brewing station, fermenter not so much, you don't really need those. Power armor station would be nice, but I've not done the quest to get that yet, so I have to leave it. But you definitely want some crafting workbenches that people can come up and use. If you don't have that stuff, people might be a bit like, oh, why has this person not got a crafting bench? And not worry about purchasing anything, because they'll be feeling a bit bitter. So let's build all these just nice and quickly. We'll worry about switching them around to other places later on. For now, I just want them built. I've decided I'm going to put the cooking station just outside, because it's a nice natural light source, and it's also just, it's not needed to be inside really. It's not a scrapping down bench, but it means if people want to cook up food, it's right there for them, and it's just another helpful little thing. Then if they want to scrap stuff, they have to come inside and work on that. Once again, seeing the vending machines. Round the side of the house, I'm going to build a little farm here. I'm thinking that, yeah, I can do 6 of most of these things. The melons, I've only got 5, but the melons don't matter that much. Having just some food here that's free for everyone to grab as well. Keep in mind, if you're being a vendor and you've got a farm, people are going to harvest your crops. But yeah, if people have this to grab, it's just another nice little thing which they get for free by going to your camp. And if people are getting stuff for free, they're way more likely to buy something if they're, like, on the edge about it. Like, you see a mutation serum for 500 caps and you're like, I'm not too sure about that. If you've got water and food and various other things free of charge from the person's camp, maybe you're more inclined to actually make the purchase. Speaking of free water, I'm going to place down a few water purifiers just on the other side of the house for people to use as they please. I'm not powering them up just yet, although actually no, I should power them up straight away, because you might as well have them working from the get-go. And it's going to take 8, 16, 24, I think I'm going to want 30 power here. Unfortunately I don't have better generators, which is something you'd ideally want to get. You can do those by the powering up events if you don't already know. Yeah, I think I'm just going to stack a whole bunch of generators together and connect them all, and just hope for the best there. And here we have our temporarily finished product, because this has taken me just over half an hour to make. It's a nice, simple, early base build, doesn't require anything too fancy. I've got like a welcome home sign, I got that from the Atom shop. There's, if you're not already aware, there's something free in the Atom shop every single week. I think I've bought maybe 4 things over the 800 odd hours I've played this game from the Atom shop. Everything else from there I got for free, so do make sure you're checking for free stuff in there, because a lot of it's good camp things. So around the left-hand side, we have obviously the water purifiers, which leave unlocked. Leave them unlocked, people are able to take water from them, they'll be like, oh, this person's letting me have their water, isn't that nice? On the right-hand side, we've got the little cooking thing. I built a little vault boy in concrete, because you don't see him very often, so I think that's something nice. And there's an open farm, there's also some natural plants here, so there's corn, there's carrot, there's mute fruit, there's razor grain, there's tato. There's everything people might happen to want, which is, you know, pretty great. Means if people are like, oh, I really need this one ingredient, suddenly you've got it. Also means you have it yourself for anything you might want to cook up, because there's plenty of good chems to make. And here we have concrete extractor, which once again unlocked. At most you're going to be losing 20 concrete every once in a while. That's not a big loss to get someone on your side potentially. Also worth noting, these little toolbox and lunch pail things I think respawn with their own loot and stuff, so that's always kind of nice. And if we head inside, I'll head inside through the main way, because not many people are going to be walking from that end of the road down. Most of them are going to be coming from this side, especially new players. So you walk in, let's say you go the central way, and you've got all fancy staircase. Atom shot thing again, I think I actually paid for this one. A slightly fancier staircase, you can do a normal staircase, no difference. You'll notice I've got this wallpaper, which was, I think, the most recent thing that was free in the item shop at time of recording, so it looks a little nicer. I've also changed the floor, just to make that look nicer. I did the same thing upstairs, but a different, I did a wood laminate flooring, because, yeah, wood laminate. This is also, just, everything's meant to look nice. It doesn't necessarily have to be amazing, just, it has to look nice and friendly, be welcoming. A nuke dropped, I actually had to pause doing the tour for a minute or two. I wasn't expecting that to happen during the thing. But yeah, this is just all the amenities someone might need. There's a bed, there's the crafting tables. I'm missing a instrument and a power armor station, which would be nice. But once again, this is a low character, like I'll show you on the map. I have not... Yeah, I've been to Blackwater Mine and these few places because of public events. Everything else is like, yeah, I could go there, but I've not really travelled much. You'll see the Toxic Valley, I've got very few locations undiscovered. I've barely been anywhere. So this is with very basic stuff and just the odd thing I've got unlocked. Then down here, I've got a little magazine rack, so you can show off some magazines. I always find these are interesting to look at, keep me in people's camps for longer, and you want people sticking around your camp and not rushing straight through. So I've got that to show off, there were bobbleheads upstairs, and a couple of just quick display cases with Nuka-Cola, and these are actually in one of the houses over on, I can show it on the map, over on Fraternity Row. So if you head to Fraternity Row, you can get these little chess pieces. So Bishop, King, Queen, Rook. These are on a chessboard over in one of the houses there, if you want to display them for yourself. They're pretty unique items, they're only found in one place, so I figure I put those on display, might get people's attention. Now, something I haven't done, which I totally should have, is put anything for sale. Like, 0.30, I'm selling nothing right now. You see, I don't even show up on the map, because I didn't worry about putting stuff in before recording this final bit. But yeah, I've got my vending machines, I have split them up. This was, you'll notice the wire going through the open shutter there to connect out that way. This was to keep my generators outside, and the placement works fine. Like, it now actually, if anything, is better. Because now when you walk in on this side, there's two glowing green lights right in your face. If you're walking on the other side, it'll be the same. And walking in the middle, even if you go straight upstairs, you can see two vending machines either side of you. You turn to look at them, and the other vending machines show up. Don't hide away your vending machines. If you want to be selling stuff, make sure they're obvious and easy to find. I see people sometimes with their vending machines hidden on like the 5th floor of their tower behind a locked door or something crazy. You want your vending machines easy to find. And other than that, it really is just a case of making it look nice, look inviting, and being a decent size. Don't make a tiny little camp if you want people to stumble across it from time to time. Yes, most people who are big purchasers will fast travel over, but with Wastelanders coming out in, you know, I don't know how many months, but maybe just a couple of months, there'll be plenty of new players likely getting into the game. So having a camp somewhere like here that's nice and big and obvious and inviting will get new people in who might want to spend like the 100 odd caps they found. The final point I can say as well is sell your stuff cheap. don't worry about putting prices up too high. Like, I will sell something right now, like junk. I sell like all of my junk pretty much, besides maybe ballistic fibre scrap. I'll maybe put that at like 2 caps a pop, everything else 1 cap. Just a single cap for aluminum. Someone might buy it, if they don't it's not too expensive. Same with ammo, sell all of that stuff for a single cap. Like 0.45, 1 cap a piece, someone buys like a couple of hundred, you're making 180 caps. Sell it cheap, you'll have things move faster. But that is it for this early game merchant camp build. It's nothing amazing, but it's nice, it's pleasant, it's friendly, it will get people to show up. If you actually put things in the vending machines, which is the fatal flaw I've got here. But there you have it. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe. I do camp builds sometimes. I make character builds every week now, not Fallout 76 only, but Fallout 76 builds will be included in there. Speaking of which, this character right here, Merchant, will have a character build out for him on Saturday? Yeah, I make them on Saturday. On Saturday, this character here will have a little build out for anyone looking to make a fresh merchant build or just change over their existing character. And there'll also be a link to this video in that thing. So hi if you're over from there. Anyhow, please do like the video if you enjoyed. Comment if you have any suggestions for ways you might improve or different things you do with your camp. Hey, look, we've got a sale already. No, that's just Hunter. He's on the friends list and stuff. Looks like he's got a Raider character going ready there. But yeah, please do like, comment, share, subscribe, and I want to thank you all very much for watching. Sarge out.